Pizza Tweety-Pie is definitely a fun location. Sylvester's accent takes a bit of getting used to. This is a Warner Brothers cartoon from 1958. It's directed by Freleng and written by Warren Foster. And we have Blanc as Sylvester and Tweety, Foray as Granny, and Daws Butler credited as Spaghetti Bird. This is obviously set in Venice. And we have some gorgeous Italian architecture. Not entirely sure how accurate it is, but visually it looks gorgeous. Tweety makes a great comment about how the roads have flooded, obviously looking down at the canals. And an Italian Sylvester happens to notice Tweety. Now, Tweety and Granny are just on holiday. They're not Italian. Sylvester speaks with an Italian accent. And even though I've literally just finished watching this, I can't hear what that sounds like. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to imagine it, but it's definitely worth checking out for curiosity's sake. And what follows is Sylvester trying to get hold of Tweety, and there are some very Italian-specific attempts he tries. Look out for the spaghetti, that's all I'll say. Because it's a different setting, it works quite well. Had this been in just a random apartment block in America, it wouldn't have been that interesting, because there are not that many different things. It's not that unique. The things Sylvester tries, apart from the aforementioned spaghetti, they weren't overly interesting. Although I did actually burst out loud at one point. I'll tell you with a spoiler warning in a moment which bit made me actually laugh out loud. It's well animated, the pacing is good. Sylvester's accent takes the entire cartoon to get used to, I'll be perfectly honest. Because of the setting and because of how it's animated. For example, we have a bird's eye view of the canal a few times, and it's gorgeous. It really is stunning. So I enjoyed watching it, but had it had a different location, it would have been a little bit repetitive. But a spoiler now, I'll discuss just the one spoiler that genuinely made me laugh out loud, because I hadn't seen it, despite having seen hundreds of Warner Brother cartoons, and I could have worked this out. I just didn't expect it. It's when Sylvester's hurtling down towards the canal and he puts his swimming cap on and he smacks into the pavement or the side of the canal. And yeah, that happens all the time in Warner Brothers cartoons when they think they're going in water and they smack on concrete. But for some reason, I clearly wasn't thinking straight and I didn't expect it, and I splutter laughed. It amused me a lot. So yeah, there were definitely some really good things about this. But there were also some things that, out of the setting, would have been a little bit repetitive and not that interesting. But it does have a different setting, so I can say it's actually quite enjoyable. A Pizza Tweety-Pie, even with Sylvester's accent, is one that I definitely recommend.